the home of the Super Bowl 52 champions, Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia, PA. Coming up, we've got what should prove to be a good one between the Kansas City Chiefs and the Philadelphia Eagles. Here's the kicker, Jake Elliott, ready to get this one started. And off we go from Lincoln Financial Field. This is going to be returned from middle of the end zone. And not a good return here at all, as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line. They'll start on the ground here on first down. Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's second down.
They did a really nice job there defensively. They strung the play out, didn't give him a cutback lane. On each play, you have guys what I call our BCR players. Guys are responsible for the bootleg, for the cutback, and for the reverse. They played that one perfectly.
And rode him right out of bounds. Nice play for Kansas City, picking up the first 18 yards that time. From the 32 now, here's first and 10. Now here's Mahomes. Caught, Kelsey, left side. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
Let's just break this down and make it pretty simple. Key to the drag route, letting the play develop, finding the hole in the defense, and giving your athlete, yes, athlete, a chance to make something happen once he has the ball in his hands.
And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. 2 yards on the pickup, and that's all they needed to move the sticks.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs, and let's go get the first down. They love being physical.
To about the 48-yard line.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Here's a handoff out of the gun. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. Well, if you look where that play starts, O-line versus D-line, that was a battle won by the D-line.
Yeah, and oftentimes it's won by quickness off the ball. Who can handle the guy across from them best? On that play, the defensive line did exactly that.
Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll mean a call to the punt team as it's 4th down.
Well, this was just simply excellent defense. On this 3rd down, they had to be alert for the possibility of a pass, but that didn't stop them at all from understanding what was going on when they decided to run the football. They just swarmed and stopped them for almost no gain.
Now, meanwhile, they go for it on 4th down, and my goodness, incomplete. A surprising move here on the opening drive of the game. And this defense delivers a turnover on downs on the very first drive of the afternoon.
Ready.
On 1st and 10, it's Hurts. Got a man, it's Brown. And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35. And we see the emphasis early here. Get your star receiver involved. Able to do it successfully.
Not a bad start to begin with, that's for sure. And to me, this play says our guy is better than your guy's up. Because, you know, a player of his stature, he won't just be single covered all game long. It's going to involve multiple people. And right away, they told the other team, guess what? He's just better. A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they will pay dividends as the game progresses.
They'll fake the give to Sanders. Now Hurts. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. And he's certainly not a guy that drops that football very often.
Indeed, because that's a bit of a surprise. I know he's in the middle of some traffic and people, bodies all around him, but he usually has the focus to haul that one in.
Throwing is Hurts. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
This defense has certainly played well so far in this game, and the coverage has been tight on just about every throw. Forced a few here so far in this game, And now it brings up 4th down.
They'll try and throw for it with Hurts. Open man, that's Devontae Smith. And he is going to have an Eagles first down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive. Clock running under a minute to go in a scoreless first quarter.
19 tight.
On first down, Hurts looking for Sanders, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Juan Thornhill. And the Chiefs are going to get the football here as he gets this up past the 20-yard line.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively. Not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
And they're going to stop it right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. Josh Sweat rushing in and bringing him down to the ground. No score after 1 on EA Sports. So it's 3rd and long, and defensively not a real surprise there in the dive. Now Mahomes. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the 20 at the 18. That'll bring up 4th down. They wind up getting 8 yards, but they needed more than that. They'll go for it. It's Mahomes. He's got his man, Valdez-Scantling. And he is going to have the Chiefs first down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive. To throw, it's Mahomes. Able to find Gray here. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
And he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Normally, you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact. But in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well, incomplete.
And he can only manage to take the football to the 40, and that is well shy of the first down marker. Calling a gain of 3 on the play, and that'll bring up 4th down. Mahomes going to throw. Now the ball comes loose, and it's picked up by the Eagles. There he goes, left side. And he's into the end zone. It's a fumble return and an Eagle touchdown. And that's a linebacker showing he can move pretty good with a football in his hand.
That's not just a short shuttle now. He took it and went a pretty good distance, didn't he? Did you get the 40 time on that?
I didn't, but he got 6 points out of it. I know that's a great play for that defensive unit. Elliott good on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
Mahomes' throw here complete to Kelsey. Third catch of this first half for him, and this one is a first down. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. And the Eagles are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And incomplete. A drop there in the middle third of the field. That'll bring up second down. Hurts sets up to throw it. And this is caught by Watkins. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. They'll throw on first down with Hurts. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Trent McDuffie with a pick. And the Chiefs are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we're having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass, and finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass, and that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. The Eagles call on the extra defensive back here as they prepare for a stop on third down. Throwing now is Mahomes. And he coughed it up. Second time in this game, Charles, the ball is squirted out from his hands. Luckily, his teammate was there to pounce on it.
You're right. Got the lucky bounce, able to retain possession. We often talk about the combine and why do we measure quarterbacks' hands. Is that really a big deal? It's for situations like this. Do you have the hands big enough and strong enough to hold on to the football while being jostled?
Now they go for it on fourth, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. A surprising move to go for it predictably, at least somewhat predictably. It doesn't pay off. And boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone. Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Here's Hurts to throw. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Trent McDuffie with a pick. And the Chiefs will take over here at their own 14-yard line.
And as we've seen, points have been precious so far, and they just threw some away on that snap. And look, let's face it, as we advance further into this game, that play will be on the minds of everyone who's watching it. They wonder if this is the turning point. Is this the spot where those points are given away and could cost them a ball game?
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. And the Eagles are going to take possession of the football. And they'll take possession already in the red zone and in a great spot to add points to the scoreboard.
And Brandon, how many times have we seen a defense with a lot of field behind them get even more aggressive, right? They've got them not pinned down, but in a favorable spot for them, and they took advantage of it there. Got a nice interception and set up their offense in great shape.
Second down, back to Sanders. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. Hurts. And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. The Eagles will take their third and final timeout as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. It was Frank Clark that time who got in there to bring him down. They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by L'Jarius Sneed. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. Yellow. Final shot before the half from Mahomes. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked up by James Bradbury. And he will be out of bounds with no time remaining on what will be the final action of this first half. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn, getting set for quarter number 3 here. So the Eagles with the lead, and they're going to get this football first as the third quarter gets underway. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better. And I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation and pick up those pass rushers, because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
We've seen these defenses make enough opportunistic plays to keep this one low scoring. Flying around, making plays on the ball, and we see yet another errant throw as a result.
On 2nd and 10, Hurts. And this one is incomplete. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part. It got them the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football, and now zapped right back in the other direction. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And the Chiefs will have the football back in excellent field position. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
Call it a gain of 5 there on the run, but they'll remain a yard or 2 short here with 3rd down coming up. They'll come to the line needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Hands it off out of the gun. And just good downhill running there as he'll take this to the 15-yard line. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here. On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he is going to lose yardage here. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
And And this pass caught by Gray. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10.
That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end. Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
And he's just going to be short here, barely, maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches.
I thought they might take a shot down the field, but instead they ran a little drag route there. I think they were hoping he could catch it and run away from the defender. But a really good job keeping the play in front of them, and they force a 4th down.
The quick slant caught. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Just a gain of 3, but they'll certainly take it as they convert on 4th down. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. Nothing doing there. They're going to wind up holding him at the 2. No gain there, and it's going to set up 2nd and goal. Here's Mahomes to throw. And this will be well too low for him to bring in. It's incomplete.
The goal is certainly to try and make a big play happen and climb back into this game, but you have to be careful. If you overdo it, you could turn it over and hurt your team.
Now a timeout called for by the offense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn 1 here in this 3rd quarter. This Eagle defense, they won't give in without a fight. This is 3rd and goal. And in for the Chiefs touchdown. Noah Gray, a 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Chiefs are an extra point away from evening this one up. It took them a little while, but they are on the board here in this 3rd quarter, and now with a chance to tie this up.
And it gives them a chance to exhale just a little bit, right? Because most of the time, if your first points come in the second half, you're often hopelessly out of the game, but not in this case. Now they have something.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. He's at the 50, 30, 10. And he takes it all the way back. It's a pick 2, if you will, as that play backfires in a big way. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Their lead down to a field goal now as they start with a 1st and 10. Hurts throw taken in by Watkins here. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. First target, first catch, and a 1st down. They'll look to throw here. And he is going to be taken down. And that should be the final play of this 3rd quarter. 3 quarters in the books. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So after the sack, here's 2nd and 14. From the gun, it's Hurts. Oh, and that'll be incomplete. He took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
That incompletion certainly makes this upcoming 3rd down a little bit more crucial. They need to find the right play to convert here and maybe start to tamp down a little bit of the momentum the other side is starting to gain.
And that's caught inside the 30. Touchdown, Philadelphia. A.J. Brown, 69 yards. And the Eagles use the big play to extend their 4th quarter lead. Elliott good with a PAT. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. This is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Well, that last touchdown we just saw, what an important one. Now it's back to a 2-score deficit for this crew as they take the field here, and they are in desperate need of finding the end zone. And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39. 23 yards on the play. From up near the 40 now after the big play to start. Here's another 1st and 10. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Darius Slay with a pick.
And that pretty much has been the storyline, Charles. This defense, they seem to be one step ahead from the start of the game until now.
And you identified it perfectly, and we can see the frustration that's settling in now. And it's probably been there for a long time, but now it's evident because you can see it in their faces, you can see it in their body language, maybe even a little bit in that play call that ended up maybe closing them out.
8 yards the tally on that 1st down run. Here's 2nd and 2.
Fake the give to Sanders, and now Hurts.
And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need.
Trent McDuffie with a pick. And the Chiefs are right back in this football game.
I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his 2nd interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ballgame, I would have said never, not in a million years. But here we go. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. And they'll get him down right around the 11-yard line. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's 3rd down. Mahomes now to throw. It's Kelsey on the ground. And out of bounds across the 15-yard line. Calling a gain of 6 on the play. And that's going to make it 4th down. Now Mahomes got to have this one.
He's going to find his tight end Gray complete. And he is going to have the Chiefs 1st down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive.
The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down. On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Brandon, once that one broke down, there were only so many options left for him to take. Fortunately, only 1st down, so he smartly got the yardage he could get and didn't worry about trying to turn into a bigger play and end up taking a bigger loss. Here, they can regroup and get something different going here on 2nd down.
7th play of the drive, forthcoming on 3rd and 8. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And he'll be brought down at the 28, and that is well short at 1st. Well, look at the clock. You're down 2 scores. Have to go for this, don't you?
And they thought that as soon as they took over possession. It didn't matter where they were on the field. They were always going to be in 4-down territory. Backed up, in good situation, it didn't matter. So they've been preparing for that on their play sheet the entire time.
And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped.
So the Chiefs in possession of the ball as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10.
Here's Mahomes.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it.
And the Eagles will take over here at their own 14.
What you waiting for? Are you ready? Okay, say no more. Tell the chauffeur to open Mercedes door. Put the pedal to metal and made it soar. She was, but I made it sure it was. So we stayed indoors. Let's take it where no one has been before. It feel like I've known you some years before, but I don't know. Are you ready? Okay, say no more. Are you ready? Okay, say no more. She's a Lotus and I'm the conductor of a magnum opus. Simply braggadocious. Why don't we take advantage of this moment? queen got a life. I'm doing big things in my life. I deserve 6 rings like a Mike. I've got no sleep. I remember when it was the nosebleeds. Now they captured the fashion from flow seats. I'm a whole king.
Are you ready? Okay, say no more. Are you ready? Okay, say no more.
She's a lotus and I'm the conductor of a magnum opus. Simply braggadocious. Why don't we take advantage of this moment? And wherever you own, we own it. Ooh, it's trouble in paradise. So let's parachute where the air's nice. And let's risk it all on the paradise. But she just wanna make sure her hair's nice. That's fair, right? I just fell in love with a prima donna. The 2023 Madonna. I mean, your honor, I was minding my business until she gave me complete nirvana.
Are you ready? Okay, say no more. Are you ready? Okay, say no more.
She's a lotus and I'm the conductor of a magnum opus. Simply braggadocious. Why don't we take advantage of this moment? And wherever you own, we own it.
Nobody really cares.
We're at the home of the Super Bowl 52 champions, Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia, PA. Coming up, we've got a good matchup on tap between the Kansas City Chiefs and the Philadelphia Eagles. Here's the kicker, Jake Elliott, ready to get this one started. And off we go from Lincoln Financial Field. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. Right to the air as Mahomes gets this into the hands of Gray, the tight end. The game's first play produces 6 yards, brings up second down. Seven yards there and a first down.
Well, that was a unit that understood exactly where the first down marker was, handed it to their guy who could run it, created some space, and he got there.
Right back to him on first down. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. Defense doing their job, really nowhere to run the football.
Yeah, it's almost textbook, wasn't it? Every place he tried to find an open spot, there just wasn't one. Congrats to the defense, no gain.
Called fitting your gaps, right? I
love it. You're exactly right.
So the completion good for 6 yards. And now we've got a 3rd and 3. To throw, it's Mahomes. The tight end Kelsey has it over the middle. And he will have a Chiefs first down by about 3 yards or so as they wind up getting 7 there on 3rd and 4. And here's a handoff out of the gun. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front, because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
It'll be a gain of 5, and this will wind up being a 3rd and 3. Well, that's not just his first, not his second, already his 3rd completion here on the opening drive. And I think it's safe to say that getting him the ball in this game, one of their top priorities.
And the top priority for the defense has got to be finding ways to cover him, and I don't think you can have one basic coverage to get it done. You have to throw a number of coverages at him, make him think as he's running downfield, and hope you can create a little bit of havoc.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on second down. Pretty effective run there, and now they can start to smell that end zone.
Pound the rock. Make sure you use your O-line to set the tone of dominance and physicality, and pound the rock.
And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. A couple of nice carries back-to-back here, establishing the ground game a bit.
Yeah, these aren't bare-bones runs now. I mean, they're getting substantial yardage, the kind of yards you're looking for, right? Let's go ahead and use a cliche. Stay ahead of the change, right? 5 or more yards each time. That's what you're looking for in setting a tone and getting your offensive line going.
Good sign on the opening drive. A minimal gain as we tick down inside of a minute remaining in the opening quarter. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. The 13th play now coming on this opening drive. Here's 3rd down. Mahomes going to throw. And that is incomplete.
They converted twice on 3rd down that drive already, but couldn't make it a 3rd. We always talk about in-game adjustments. How about what the defense did there, able to shut them down on that attempt.
They'll go for it. It's Mahomes. Touchdown! Patrick Mahomes fighting Mecole Hardman. And the Chiefs' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Quite the drive there to get things started. They took up the bulk of the first quarter, and they end up in the end zone.
And I love your last point. Ended up in the end zone. Because a lot of teams like those long drives, especially to keep their offense off the field, right? Keep the ball away from them. But they finished it with a touchdown. That's the exclamation point. Now, flip it over defensively. They've got to slow that down somehow, right? Maybe they need to be a little more aggressive. Maybe a few more pressures towards the quarterback.
1 quarter down, 8-0 the score. Butker now to kick this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Hurts and the Eagles come up here 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. That's caught by the big tight end, Dallas Goedert. And they're able to get this one across the 35. The drive starting with a 1st down, 11 yards on that pickup. Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. And a dangerous throw there, incomplete. He threw that into coverage. It was nearly intercepted.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes. But the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
And he'll take this one for about 4 up to the 40. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
Throwing is Hurts. This time for Smith, and it's intercepted. Picked off by L'Jarius Sneed. And the Chiefs are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
This defense is really fooling around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense got to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
On 2nd and 11 now. Mahomes caught. Kelsey, left side. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. 3rd catch of this first half for him, and this one is a 1st down.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing, but as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
And some solid footwork there as he'll take this down to about the 38.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
And they'll run on the inside handoff.
Trying to run inside, but nothing there. They'll say no gain on the play there. Now it'll be 3rd down.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
From the gun, it's Mahomes. And the ball is knocked out. And it's picked up by the Eagles.
Well, that's unfortunate because he had a nice run going, but give credit to the defense. They got a hand in the cookie jar there, CD.
You have to think about vision, finding a place to get down after you know you've gotten all you can out of a run, and obviously ball security is paramount. In today's football, everyone's coming after the rock. You've got to make sure you protect it and protect the yardage you just...
And this will be caught at the 30. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Philadelphia.
Well, this is exactly where I expect teams to take a shot. Right after a turnover, you count on the defense being a little bit jumbled coming out on the field, maybe catch them back on their heels, and that's exactly what they did there. They threw it downfield and really created a big play.
Well, you said jumbled. They were the definition of jumbled defensively. One play and into the end zone.
From deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive.
Last time out, remember, they fumbled the football. That led to the touchdown. And, Charles, they were in the red zone, so that's a backbreaker. They got to try to pick up the pieces here on this drive.
Yeah, and I actually started to do the math here, so be patient with me. 12-point swing is the way I calculate it, because not only did they drop the ball in the red zone, they watched the opponent score a touchdown right after that. So their goal, have a drive here and try and get some of those points back.
He's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4. Mahomes to throw on 3rd and 1. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Sometimes the game is pretty simple. Put a few extra defensive backs on the field, give them nowhere to throw the football, force the incompletion, and get off the field on 3rd down.
Mahomes throwing on 4th. This is intercepted. Darius Slay with a pick. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Eagles defense gets a pick-6 TD.
Well, mistake there by the offense, Charles. They tried to pick on a Pro Bowl corner in coverage there, and not the smartest decision. He reminded him that he was a Pro Bowl corner with not only the pick, but the pick-6.
And those guys who have that designation, sometimes they get a little bit bored in games because people try to avoid them. They absolutely love it when they get challenged, and it's a chance to remind everyone exactly why they were tabbed as one of the best in the league the prior season.
This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. There was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You could never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Hands it off out of the gun.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage.
It was T.J. Edwards who brought him down.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10.
Meanwhile, Mahomes' throw caught by Gray.
And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Now another timeout called for by the offense as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Mahomes looks to throw on third down. Going for the deep ball. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Absolutely no disguise on that one. They just went for it. Put him out there and said, go deep. Let's try and hit him. Unfortunately, to no avail.
Mahomes going to go on fourth down. Complete. The tight end, Kelsey. And now this is going to be close. The defense says they stopped him, and they did.
Hurry!
They'll throw on first down with Hurts. A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
To throw again on second down. Hurts. Wide open is Watkins. He's got it. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. A gain there of 30 big ones. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. Smith, the man in motion left. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. He's going to be sacked back at the 23-yard line. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. And this is caught. Touchdown, Philadelphia. CD for them. This has just been an offensive explosion here in the second quarter.
Yeah, held scoreless in the first quarter. Now they find the end zone again here in the second. Sometimes you just have to have some patience. A lot of people think it's always an adjustment. You have to change what you're doing. Sometimes you just have to do your game plan just a little bit better. And I think that's part of what we're seeing here.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
The Chiefs quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. On first down, Mahomes. Incomplete, and we're down to 8 seconds now.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about. And you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent, and that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
To throw once more on second and 10. Mahomes going top shelf for Smith-Schuster. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Final shot before the half from Mahomes. Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth ready for quarter number 3. So the Eagles with the lead, and they're going to get this football first as the third quarter gets underway. A fairly short kick from the 14. And he'll be out of bounds across the 25. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember in that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well, and most importantly, partner,
Yeah, they went to the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Hurts sets up to throw it. And he's taken down. A Chiefs sack. Call it a loss of 5. A big sack to bring up 3rd down. I'm sure a lot of time was spent in the locker room, Charles, with talking with his defense about setting a tone here in the 3rd quarter when you're down on the scoreboard. A sack like that, maybe that can get them going.
Yeah, you have to believe exactly what you just said, that they got together and said, let's be some change agents here. Let's go ahead and turn things around. Let's be the force that gets us going here in the 2nd half and puts us in a position to find a way to win the game.
On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. And he is going to lose yardage here. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
Ready.
On 2nd and 11 now. Hurts. Oh, and Hurts is going to be hit and taken down to the ground. It'll go in the books as a 7-yard loss on the sack, and it's 3rd down.
They've gobbled up over 30 yards of turf so far, but a sack knocks them backwards. And that interrupts the momentum they were building. Good opportunity for the defense to escape this drive before they get to the end zone.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. So good coverage there defensively as it looks like they'll force a punt on this opening drive of the 3rd.
Well, let's coach them up a little bit from right here in the booth. That's exactly what they needed to do. They need to start stringing together some stops, turning the ball over back to their offense, and trying to get back into this game.
Yeah, a couple scores down, but they can eat into that quickly with a nice drive here on the other side. Looking for Watkins, and it's intercepted. And the Chiefs are going to get the football here as he gets this up to the 38-yard line. That is just what this defense was hoping for, an interception on the opening possession of this 3rd quarter.
Obviously didn't want to surrender a touchdown and fall even farther behind. And we've gotten to know this team a little bit, haven't we? Couldn't you just see their defensive leaders telling the offensive guys, telling the quarterback, don't worry, we got you to start things off. You take it from there.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Now Mahomes. And this pass caught by Gray. So the completion good for 7 there. And now that sets up 3rd and 2. Mahomes now to throw. It's Kelsey on the ground. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the 1st down.
Yeah, good work there in open space. And he's got this all the way down now to the 32. 75 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Calling no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL, and he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it 1 more time, so make sure you get in shape. He didn't just deny a big throw there. He broke that one up in the red zone. An excellent play, one that may help save points on the board when this drive is over.
He's got his man. That's Hardman. And he has another 1st down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 20-yard line. from the gun. He'll hand this off. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. We have played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So maybe just a momentary setback on what's been a great drive so far, but 2nd and 13 here. Here's Mahomes to throw. Throw over the middle, caught by the tight end Gray. And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion and would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Now Mahomes got to have this one. And that is caught for the touchdown, Kansas City. Juju Smith-Schuster on the touchdown pass from Patrick Mahomes. And the Chiefs have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th. So now a big spot here as the Chiefs will indeed go for 2. Mahomes will throw for it. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Tough there. Good pass. Hit the hands. He just couldn't bring it in.
And every receiver's coach everywhere. Seeing that play, focus, focus, focus. Watch it all the way in and tuck it away.
And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They've been asleep for a little while on this side of the football, Charles, and the score is just a one-score game now. Haven't had any points this half. What gives?
Let's go old school here. All right, let's get back to the basics. Get back to running the football, high percentage throws. Find the guys that eat pressure and make plays for you and make sure they touch it.
On 2nd and 11 now. Hurts, and it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and give the football right back because your friend, Old Momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to make the trek to the opposite side, and all of a sudden, you've got a battle on your hands.
Critical play in this football game because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. A very nice job on the run back there. He'll get 23 yards all told. And it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Their defense accomplished step 1 of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a 4th quarter lead. 78 yards rushing for him now to this point.
Now, Brandon, that's the way you want to run the football. There should almost be quote bubbles above the offense right now. Bam, boom, biff. That's how they feel good about moving the football.
The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. 2nd and 4. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. On a determined run there as he's going to take this all the way down near the 40. An 11-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Chiefs first down. Here's a handoff out of the gun. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Not a huge carry there on first down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on 2nd down.
And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down. Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. Finding Hardman here over the middle. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 23. And this will probably be the final play before the 2-minute warning. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes. And we've got a one-score game. They'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he stopped immediately there. They'll say no gain on the play there. And now it'll be third down. Mahomes. A throw right side taken in by the tight end Gray. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he'll take this one inside the 10 down to the 8. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Isaiah Pacheco, an 8-yard touchdown run. And the Chiefs have moved out in front here in the fourth quarter.
And touchdown, and congratulations, and zero relaxation ahead of them, right? Way too much time on the clock for them to start celebrating.
Yeah, part one is done, but now on the sideline, you can already see them scrambling down there. They're getting those defensive guys ready.
Yes, you have to get those guys ready, and you also have to talk to your special teams guys. Make sure the kickoff is exactly what you want and cover it well.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
Hurts throw here taken in as he's able to find Goddard. And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line. Charles, just a gigantic play right there.
Absolute breakdown defensively, but take no credit away. A huge gain, and that turns things around.
He's back to throw. And this is caught. It's Brown. And the Eagles are going to be set up with a first and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 14 seconds to go in the game. Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown, and that's what they're gunning for on first and goal. Oh, the sneak, it's Hurts, and he's across for the touchdown, and it's likely the game winner here in the closing stages. Elliott now to add the extra point. Now, these have been no picnic for him so far. He's missed 2, but this one is good. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And with time a factor here late, he'll just take a knee and they'll start things out at the 25. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. As the offense begins another drive here, pretty simple, Charles. They want to carbon copy what happened the last time out when they ended their...
He's got a man, complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. 39 yards there, a big one.
Well, it took us until the final play, Charles, to officially decide a winner. Although on that last play they were so backed up it would have taken a miracle, and they couldn't get that miracle done.
Well, I like how you stayed with it because we both knew that this had to go down to the last play, and neither side was going to exhale until that play concluded because we've seen the improbable before. A couple laterals, maybe some poor defense on the back end. They might have gone all the way to the end zone. In this case, though, it didn't happen. Perhaps next time.
that my Brooklyn go see Chirac, Southside, C12, 911, grrr to the Riasi, we still outside. Mine on the riches, hard in the trenches. You can't throw dirt on the underground, we thrive in it. Ghana boys stocks on the rise, Charlie, this flex know they ready. See, we not a ride nobody wave, we the ones who started with it. Translation, Yanni had to buy, Yanni had Yanni hits. This goes so hard, even the ops go with it, That's how you know we lit. Grrr,